through my embossing folder, or not embossing folders, my embossing powders, and I found two that I think will work. I found Desert Tapestry and Honeycomb. I think I'm gonna start with the darkest one, and I'm just gonna kind of blot it on there with the embossing ink, which is this one, and I think I'm just gonna like not put a lot on there. Is it coming out? Yeah, it's coming out. Just like here and there. And this way I'll get two tones. And if I don't like it, we can cover it, right? We'll start with the darker one first. I'll get that on there. And then we'll see how it's going to look. And then I'll go with the lighter one. And then I'll go with the regular sand and glue. I don't even know if I put any on this foot. I just don't know. Okay. And I'm okay if this doesn't stick really good, because, like I said, we're going to go over it with a couple other things. We're going to see how it works. Now that might be pretty cool, the way that's turning out. Got a little bit of a pattern going there. Okay, so I'm going to heat emboss this, and I'll be right back, and we'll go in with the lighter color and see how that looks, and then we'll cover it with regular sand and glue. I'm going to have to paint that on, and I'll show you what that looks like. Okay. Whoa. All right, I'm not going to run the heat gun while on camera, so I'll be back in just a flash. Hang tight, guys. Okay, that wasn't so bad. So now I'm going to go in and I'm going to add the other color. That was the honeycomb. So now we want the Desert Tapestry. And it was here a second ago. You guys, I am so funny. I always lose my stuff. I had them both right there. I guess I'll have to go back and watch the film and see what happened to them, right? That's so weird. That's not it. Did it fall? Okay, guys, I'm going to have to go back and watch the film. Oh, no, I put it up out of the way. Jeez, I was like, what happened to it? All right, so I'm going to go in and I'm going to daub more heavy and try to catch some of those spots I missed. And then we'll go out and get our sand and come in. And see how that looks. Okay, here we go. This is a lighter color, so I'm hoping it just kind of works out, right? We're going with it. We're going to have fun. We're going to figure it out. I got some on the side. It doesn't matter. I'm going to cover it with sand. You can always take a paintbrush, knock it off. We got ways, guys. Got ways. All right, so I think I'm going to go this way. I'm going to go this way. Get that moved all around. Make sure I covered them well. Get up here on those toes. Okay, and then we'll flake that off. Put this back in where it goes. I hope that works out, because like I said, if not, we're going to finish it off with the real sand anyhow. I think in terms of reality, not all footprints are impeccably noticeable, right? Okay, so let's see what we got here. To turn the camera off, I want to get these. I want to get a paintbrush and move those as best I can. Because I really don't want it like too far outside the toes, right? We'll reserve that for the sand. We'll reserve that for the sand. Okay, that's better. Much better. Is there any other super obvious spots? A little bit here. A little bit there. A few little flakes I don't mind, but I need to be able to see our outline here, right? Okay, off I go to heat emboss what's on there. I'll be back in a jiffy, and at that point we're ready for sand. So for me it'll be a minute before I get back, but for you it's going to be a flash in the pan. All right, here I go. So I have to say I was pretty impressed with the desert tan, and I guess those footprints are all right. I could go back over it again with the desert tapestry, but nah, it's the back and it's still cute no matter what. Now I'll go over it with the sand, and I think I'll go heavy in here so it looks like it's part of the decor, right? Or it's part of the theme. That's what I'm gonna do. So I'm off to get my sand. I heat dried this and then my lace stuck up, so I'm just gonna go back in and re-stick it down. I don't want it sticking straight up like that. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna go get some sand, and I'm just gonna paint around and then sprinkle the sand on there very heavily. Very heavily. And then we'll let it dry, and then we'll dump it off. But that's what we got. My turtles are almost dry. I gotta put some sand on here. And that's where I'm off to now. So, last portion of this video will be how I'll show you how I'm gonna do this, and then yeah, we're off to a good start, guys. Let me know what you think. I'll be right back though with the sand. Okay, guys, this is the last glimpse of the cover before it completely dries. And I did add the sand. The sand's a wet mess right now because I glued it and then I Mod Podged it. But once it's dry, you'll be able to see the footprints. And then over here, I just did a dusting of the sand. And then on the spine, I not only added the tortoises, but the turtles and the stone drops, Art Nouveau stone drops. So that's what we have. And once that's dry, I think that'll come together pretty good for boho. I got the signatures pierced and ready to go. Well, I got one set, I thought, pierced. One set. I still have to pierce this set and remember which is which. But we're going to set this aside and let it dry. And I think overall, I know it looks crazy and a wet mess right now, but I think once it dries, it'll be kind of cute, and you know, maybe somebody will want it. If not, I do, but it'll look much better dry. I love the spine. The spine's got me going there. Yes, I love it. Turtly love it. Okay, There's actually a YouTube person that goes by that handle. Is I totally love it. No kidding. That's kind of squishy, but it'll dry over time. It'll dry overnight. I'm gonna put it aside. And there we go. Got it Mod Podged. And now we'll let those, like I said, we'll let the spine dry, or the cover dry. And then I will finish up putting the signatures in on another day. But for today, that's it, guys. We're all done. And I will see you in the next video. And that's not shadows, that's the paper. I'll see you in the next video when we're all done with getting the signatures in and we start embellishing. All right, wish us luck, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for crafting with the Diva today. I truly appreciate you spending this creative time with me. If you've enjoyed this project, please like, subscribe, and share. Until next time, keep it creative, keep it inspired, and I'll see you soon.